Hi, I'm John and I'm the Jigsaw Puzzler. Today I'd like to show you a vintage puzzle that I had from when I was a child. This puzzle is from a British puzzling company called Waddington's, and it's part of their series called Plan-a-jig, and it's a map of the city of Sydney. It was one of 8 puzzles in the series and I only have this one. Apparently they're quite rare, not particularly valuable I don't think, but reasonably rare. So what we have is a map of the city of Sydney as the picture for the puzzle. It dates to about 1970, and it was a really fun puzzle to do when I was a kid. What I thought we might do is a time lapse of this one. I'm hoping that all the pieces are here. I think that all the pieces are here, but I'd like to do the whole puzzle just to be sure. When I'm done, I have plans to donate this one to the State Library of New South Wales because they don't have a copy of this in their collection. The National Library in Canberra do, but the State Library don't. And because they collect materials which relate to the history of Sydney, printed materials in particular, and maps, this is a particular example of a map at Sydney's history at a specific point in time. And now that that's about 50 years ago, coming up to about 55 years ago, I think they might be interested. So let's see the time lapse of Sydney back in 1970. So this is the Waddington's map of Sydney, a Plan-a-jig jigsaw puzzle from 1970, complete. As you can see, it has very unusually shaped pieces, quite irregular. On the box, they call them Very Piece, V-A-R-I piece, puzzle pieces, and they are as advertised, quite strangely shaped. The puzzle is complete, thank goodness, because I've had it a very long time. It shows Sydney how it was in 1970, and a great deal has changed since then. There is two examples of typos. Oh, that apostrophe should be after the S, not before it. And there it is again, St. James. But it shows all the major features of Sydney: Sydney Opera House, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and various public buildings and other institutions, all in a map. This was one of my favourite puzzles to do as a kid, and it was puzzles like this that made me interested in maps, an interest which I have retained ever since.